Hi, this is Steph with Belladonna Dyes, and today's project is going to be an over dye. Many of you might remember this jacket from like a year ago, and for those of you that have no idea what this jacket is, there is a tutorial, so go check it out. You can see how it got to this point. I'm not happy with it, so I'm going to over dye it. So what I did is I washed it and I dried it, and then I put it in soda ash and I let it soak for like 3 months because I forgot about it. Until just recently, somebody left a comment on the original tutorial which reminded me I've got to do something with this thing. So it's really important when you are going to over dye something, you do not stick it in your soda ash bucket. It needs to be in its very own soda ash. And I put it in the soda ash that I use for reverse dyeing. So my setup here is a large bin, then I put my rack with the feet down in there, and I took a basket from the dollar store, a laundry basket, and I put my wiffle balls down in there, all in an attempt to raise it up so that it does not sit in the muck. And now I'm just doing a tall, deep scrunch. So the thing with these laundry baskets, the ice wants to fall through the holes. So I'm taking these cutting boards from the dollar store and I'm just creating an ice barrier. And they work like magic. So just like the original tutorial, this is going to be a shiitake mushroom tall deep scrunch, and right now what I'm doing is the technique called dye under ice, and that's abbreviated DUI. So when you're in the Facebook groups and you see DUI, dye under ice. And I'm just adding a pretty generous layer randomly all over it. And I'm going to take my ice and I'm just going to put enough ice on it so it's covered up where I don't see any fabric showing through. And then I'm going to do the dye over ice technique. So that's abbreviated DOI. And I'm just going to cover it up all the way. And then in some areas, I'm going to go more heavy-handed. Once I have the dye on it the way that I like to give my project a quick little sprinkle of soda ash for good measure, and then it's recommended that the project batch at 70 degrees or higher for at least 24 hours after the ice melts. And I can tell you that this project batched for the full 48 hours. Now it's time for the rinse out. You want to start by using cold water. That's going to rinse away any soda ash that might still be reacting within the fabric, and then increase your water to hot and rinse until the water runs pretty much clear. From here, I take it to the washing machine, and I like to use Kirillon, and Kirillon is a professional textile detergent. And then I like to do a final hot water cycle using Milsoft, which Milsoft is a professional fabric softener, and both Kirillon and Milsoft come from Dharma Trading Company, and I do have links for them down below in the description box, along with everything else that I use for tie-dye, so go ahead and check that out. And then I'll put it in the dryer and I'll iron it, and we'll come back and we'll see the results. Well, here it is, guys. Here's our over dye, and I had to go back and look. I uploaded the original on May 17th in 2021. So it's just been a little bit more than a year. And this is Bella wearing it outdoors in the natural light. Now this is what it looks like under the ring light. And back when I made this, the hype around shiitake mushroom was going crazy in Facebook. And I have to be honest, It's a pretty color, but I never really understood the hype. Yeah, it splits and it does all kinds of wild things, but I don't know. I don't really love the brown color. So these are the extreme close-ups, and it's all over the place. The original dye on the back didn't have a lot, and so it left all these little like confetti looking blue and yellow, and I hated those then, and I still don't like them now. I'm trying to cover them up, and it's impossible. See those little confetti? I don't love it. I don't think those look very cute. So I'm really at a crossroads with this. I've almost used an entire jar of shiitake on just this one project. And it's not that expensive, but you know, when do I pull the plug on this and say enough is enough? Do I over dye it again? Or do I, use this as a project to use the out white bright and try to go a totally different direction? Because I'm a completely different dyer today than I was back May 17th, 2021. So these next photos are a side-by-side of the original, and the photography and everything is different. I've grown, but there's not that much of a difference on the front. There's more of a difference on the back. The back really bothered me the first time around because there just was not enough dye. Now there's more dye, but I just don't think it looks that great. I mean, I'd almost rather strip it and like put a cool spiral on it with, beautiful colors. So what do I do, you guys? You guys are also tie-dyers, so give me some feedback on this one. What do I do? So overall though, what do you think? Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And remember, have fun tie-dyeing.